Hi all, today I'm going to be showing you how to apply my eye shaders to your VRChat avatars so you get a cool effect, something like this. But we're going to start from scratch. So this is a brand new FBX, it hasn't been altered at all. You can see there's no UV mapping on it at all. And you can do the following steps in Blender right off the bat, or what I'm going to be showing you is assuming you have an avatar that's already uploaded to VRChat and you don't want to have to basically re-import the avatar or do any of that junk, because that's like a pain. So I'm going to be showing you how to change this FBX. So let's go find that FBX, low polygon underscore PC right here. So this is the FBX we are going to be importing into Blender, and we just have to do some quick things in Blender, and then we can basically assign new materials to each eye, which we can apply the shader to. So I'd say before you get started, make a copy of your Unity project folder in case you somehow make a mistake. I don't want to be responsible for it. But you know, if you've never used Blender before, that's totally okay. This is a super easy thing to do, and I'll guide you through each step. So first step, like I said, you're going to find the FBX file, which is associated with your avatar, and you can click this and this to kind of get there if you're unsure where it is. We're going to right click, export package. Sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, show in folder. The only reason I'm doing this is so I can copy the path. So when I go to Blender, I can paste it in quicker. So now we're going to open up Blender. I'm using 2.9, but you know, anything from 2.7 I think and above should work. File, import FBX. I'm going to go ahead and paste that, and I'm going to open up, it was called low poly, and that was the one. All right, we're going to do two things here. We're going to assign new materials to the eyes, and then two, we are going to also UV map the eyes. What I'm going to do is, under this hierarchy, I'm just going to hide the armature so I can see my model a little better. Yeah, that's just for personal preference. Next up, you're going to select the mesh that your face is on. In this case, it's all one mesh, so I'm just going to select that mesh. Then I'm going to hit Tab to enter edit mode. I'm going to make sure I'm on vertex select. You could also do face select or edge select, but I'm just going to go to vertex select. So yeah, click this button. One thing is, when doing before we begin to assign the materials and stuff, this step is optional. But you know, I think the eye shader looks better if you don't have another I guess kind of layer obstructing the eye. In this case, the avatar has like a white bit that kind of shines and is animated. But I'm gonna basically be removing it for my eye shader because I don't think it looks as good when it's on there. So to do this, I'm gonna shift click, Control L to select everything that's linked, delete vertices. That's a quick way, just clicking and Control L is like a quick way to select stuff, and then we just basically deleted that. There's also two of these same things around the back, which I'm going to delete, so you can check your avatar for those if you don't like them. I like to keep the star ones on the con avatar, but you know, you can try out whatever you want. You might like it, you might not like it. Now we're going to go on to the actual steps that are required. We're going to go down to this button, which is materials, while we're selecting the mesh. We're going to click this plus button twice and click new material. So we have two new materials. I'm just going to type in I, R, and I, L for eye right and eye left, because I want, you could put them on the same material, but I'm going to put them on separate materials in case I want to add, if I want like, you know, different colored eyes or something like that. Back in edit mode, by pressing tab again, we are going to select the vertices of one eye. So click, Control L. We're going to select that eye. In this case, this is the left eye from the con's perspective, and then I'm going to click assign. To the right eye, click, Control L, eye right, assign. One more step. I click tab to exit edit mode. I'm going to go to UV editing. So I'm going to click this tab at the top, UV editing, and I'm going to zoom in. Here, I'm going to select both eyes. So shift click, and then Control L, so both eyes are highlighted. For the con model, the eyes are mapped separately, like they're two different things on the texture. However, your model may actually have it so there's only one of these, in which case it's mirrored. Don't worry about that. That's completely normal. For the con model, because there are two, we're basically just gonna I highlighted it by dragging over it, press the G button to move it, and I just moved it right over the other eye. It does not need to be exact, but you know, and then if you have one, you just got to deal with one. Now we're going to highlight both of them, press S to scale. All right, and basically our goal is to just get it to take up, you know, the whole as much of it as we can get it to. So again, S is scale, and then I'm also going to hit SX to scale it on the X. I think it looks better if it's like you have a rounder UV map with my shader, but you know, it's personal preference. All right, now we are all set, and we're gonna go back to layout. Here's one thing: if you're gonna export again for this, if you're gonna do the hot swap method, in which case you don't need to re-import the file at all. We're gonna basically replace this existing file, but there's one crucial thing: you want to make sure the armature you're exporting with matches the armature of your file here. So in this case, you want an armature with a scale of 1. That's correct. However, the creator of this base model actually used a scale of 100, which I just realized. So if your scale is 100, you are going to export via File, Export, FBX. Navigate to this folder and click on the I guess FBX file that you imported into this file and click Export FBX. In most cases, and hopefully, your scale will actually show 1 here, like I did earlier with this one. The scale was 1, in which case you need to export with a scale of 1, in which case you want to use the Cats Blender plugin, and then you're going to click N to open up the side tab, Cats, Export Model, type in that, click this, export. That's just one thing that you'll run into issues if you re-import with a different scale, armature scale. I'm just gonna make that visible again. But again, because this model happens to have a bad scale of 100 armature, I'm gonna do File, Export, FBX through that menu instead of the Cats, just because they it's not great. That's what it is. Now I'm gonna click that same file imported, which is _PC, and export FBX. It's gonna take a little bit to load, and that's sorry, you won't probably notice anything because that's the other avatar, but this one should look the exact same, and it did look the exact same. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, let me just go down here, materials. Typically your materials will automatically be increased to 3. However, in this case, for some reason or other, it did not get increased to 3. So in order to do this, we're just going to change the size of the materials to 3. And basically this is whatever you had before plus 2, or plus how many new materials you added. So because we added 2 materials, one for left eye, one for right eye, we're going to change that to 3 because we had 1 initially plus 2, 3. And you'll see you now have little textures inside the eyes. However, I am just going to quickly import a shader. You're done now. You don't need to do anything else. You are completely finished. Except for I'm just going to quickly import a shader just so I can show you guys that it works. And you know, the next step is just to drag on your shader onto the eye itself. Wow. Let me zoom in, make it a little easier. Okay, drag it on. If you're having it, sometimes it's a little tricky to like find where to drag it on because it doesn't do it properly. In which case, go under here, go under low poly, or the body, and just drag it onto here, and it'll be nice and easy for you to drag on. Ta-da! All right, you did it. So now you can change your settings. I'll make another video to adjust the settings of this specific shader, but yeah, you should be able to add cool shader effects to your eyes now. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, or if you're using my shaders, please consider supporting me on Patreon or something. I'd appreciate it a lot. All right, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.